Hello and welcome back to my show. I hope you're all well. Let's get to the news. First, the most current one, where former officer in Minneapolis, her name is Kim Potter, she was arrested and charged as manslaughter for, quote, accidentally firing her gun and getting it confused with a taser. So, some people believe, like the BLM camp, they're probably thinking that this officer, she dreamt up a night before and said, I'm going to just go ahead and murder the first black person I see tomorrow. Okay. While others are saying, you know what, accidents happen when you're put under the pressure cooker or you're in a dangerous neighborhood. You get a little nervous, okay? Especially when you're not the same color as the people in that neighborhood, and you're the oddball out. So, and you're a woman too. So there's a lot of factors in play there. And I'm not trying to take sides. I'm just giving both sides. So we've already established that the BLM, or the queen of the BLM movement, doesn't really care about black lives, like she and others in that movement have pushed for. The whites are supremacists, they're devils, they are looking to go and kill, or officers are going out there to kill blacks, our own, and that they are intentionally and deliberately using excessive force, right? But you know what? And then they push for defunding. And she did go and live amongst the people in Malibu or Topanga Canyon, where she bought a $1.4 million estate, one of four, going around and living in the enclave or the areas of the people that she spoke ill about, or that she's so afraid of them, these white people, that she feels like, I gotta go somewhere they are so I could feel better or safe about myself. Well, you guys know what I'm getting at there, right? It just doesn't fit her narrative, does it? Hypocritical, some might say. So they want to defund the police. There's gonna be massive poor blacks who will suffer as a result. So here at my station, we try to look for the facts and numbers because we still believe they don't lie. Okay, so CBS Minnesota headline, early 2021, Minneapolis crime stats show a 250% increase in gunshot victims. That's a travesty. I looked for more information that's more recent, actual other numbers, more numbers, like about homicide, robbery, aggravated assault, that kind of thing. And trust me, they were so difficult. It was like looking for a needle in a haystack. I did see a lot of stories about excessive force on blacks and that kind of thing. A lot of stories. And you know what? There's innocent people on both sides. We can't sway more to one angle. We got to look at the whole big picture here, right? So Minneapolis Police Department crime stats for the year 2021 thus far. They reported that homicides are at 20, rape at 122, robbery 437, aggravated assault 600 cases, and we're not at December yet. Domestic aggravated assault 191, property damage 638, and in 2016, because I couldn't find something more recent to this effect, or to get more information on who's committing what crimes to who and when. In 2016, Chicago Police Department reported that in Chicago, 75% of murdered are black, 71% of murderers are black. There's clearly an issue that's the community is not looking into. Neither is the queen of BLM, which she should be considering her main focal point. Because if you're a leader, you Want to help those in your community? What's the purpose of the BLM, Black Lives Matter? Do they not matter? So they got to take responsibility and step up to the plate, right? So that's the first thing. When they say there's a problem, if the only way to fix it is to acknowledge it, and you guys already know that, and then you can go somewhere there instead of playing the police blame game. All right. So having said that, there's also, I found in 2020, Chicago shootings increased by 71% in May, and murders by 60%. I believe this in 2020. Yes, it is. Okay. So Theo Hardiman, Executive Director of Violence Interrupters, a community-based organization focused on decreasing violent crimes in cities, said this: "My theory is that it's a Black man's responsibility to reduce the gun violence in his communities, or in their communities. You see, a lot of us continue to wait on the police to stop the killing, but it's really all about how the Black man must rise up to the occasion and really address the issue of gun violence in our community." He stressed that the loss of one life is one too many, and added that young Black men are crying out for help now. Now that's a travesty. It's a travesty for both sides of the spectrum, right? Let's go to the market now, where Zero Hedge used Bloomberg's sources to report that the dollar's weakening, and it took a dive today. The 10 years at 1.64%. Bitcoin nears 65,000. Ethereum's at 2,400. Gold tumbled today. And oil prices soared, where the WTI bounced back above $66, or 63, above $63. Excuse me. Zero Hedge also headline, we know that there's shortages all over the place. Lumber's a big one, where Zero Hedge says in their headline, things are out of control. Supply chain collapse leads to lumber frenzy, soaring home prices. There's a supply and demand imbalance because of all those industries that were put to a halt during the COVID shutdown because they want to keep you and I safe. Well, I want to thank them for doing that. Yeah. So as a result of us being safe, which I hope you guys are at home, the lumber prices are soaring more than, get this, 60% this year, a record high, adding more than $24,000 to a typical home price. Now that's crazy, isn't it? And they attribute the labor shortages due to automation, low-paying jobs that require physical labor, what else? And dangerous working conditions in the industry. And Zero Hedge also said that the number of people working in U.S. sawmills and doing wood preservation is down roughly by 30% from, get this, 20 years ago, with the number of loggers dropping almost 40%, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics data shows. Well, folks, that's all the news I got for you guys. Let that marinate. Like I say sometimes, if you don't like the information, put it on a train and let it go. But I hope that you were able to benefit from those current events. And I want to remind you to keep cash is, quote, not trash like we used to think, right? So you might want to do your research. Because here on my channel, we don't take responsibilities or lawsuits, okay? You got to use common sense and you got to feel good about your decisions. So continue to look at your portfolio, add, take out, discount, you know what I mean? And see what is best fit for you and your unique situation. I want to say thank you for watching and taking from your time. I know you could be doing other things, but you're watching here. So I want to say shout out to you guys and thank you so much for your support. And I want to wish you a blessed night. Be safe and look forward for me to bring out new content for you. Thanks again. Take care. Bye.